Molweni Zithandwa, and welcome to my channel. Firstly, let us thank God for bringing us through another week. If you are new to the channel, welcome. You can call me babes, you can call me babs, you definitely can call me ubabsi. If you are a single parent, or you have an ADHD child, or you enjoy cooking, then this is the channel for you. Please do consider subscribing and being part of this virtual family. I would love to have you here. We also do the challenges of life and the struggles of single parenting. And to Amaritan, thank you guys so much for coming back to yet another video. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your loyalty. I definitely appreciate your time and your likes. So this video, I just decided, let me share my journey since I started with family planning and using the injection, and what changes have I experienced in my life, the challenges and the pros and cons basically. So I started using an injection because I was like, I didn't like the pill, because I always thought that what if I forget and then I get pregnant. So my main thing was like, I do not want to get pregnant, you know. And I remember my mom, my late mom, she used to say that if I don't advise you to have sex, or I don't recommend rather for you to have sex, but if you feel that you cannot control yourself, then I would rather you go for an injection, or you go family planning, so that like she didn't want any grandkids. Okay, so fine. Ugel kasana started at a very young age. I'm even ashamed to even say the age, you know, but let me just say I was in high school, you know. So I decided, okay, because I knew I didn't want to get pregnant, and I went to get for an injection. Yeah, but so what had happened when I started, I noticed that my body is getting bigger, almost like I'm exploding a bit, you know. I'm getting thick, and then I noticed, okay, obviously now my clothes are a bit tight, and I've gained some weight and all of that. And I didn't know those things then, because you know, when you go to family planning, I don't remember anyone telling me about the side effects or what's going to happen to my body when I actually inject, you know. But I do remember that they would ask you, will you go, which they would ask you, do you want the pill or the injection? Then, if you know, almost there are two types of injections from what I understand. So there's the one for 3 months, and then there's the one for 2 months. So I was mostly on the one for 2 months for no particular reason, but it was the one that was recommended, you know. So I started that, and then I continued with that. So now I have a child. And you're probably wondering, I will girl, if you didn't watch the video of how I got pregnant, if you're wondering, I will sana, like, then what happened? So there was a period, yeah. So what had happened is, when I started my the injection, right, obviously now my cycle changed. It sort of like messed up with my cycle. Then I would notice that for some, at first I would be on my periods for a longer period, you know, and then it was obviously my hormones now were imbalanced. And then I noticed that, I think after some time, it was probably months now, when I go on my periods, then obviously now it takes longer for the periods to actually stop. And then probably about a week and a half, you know. Ultimately, then everything changed, and then I started not getting periods at all, like at all. Even till now, where I don't get periods at all. So after some time, I was like, yeah, Asana, it's been some years, it's been 2 years, it's like I need a break in between to see what's gonna happen if I stop. Will I still get my periods, you know, just testing uti. What if then later on, you know, I get married and then decide to have a child, won't I struggle? Nah, okay. So I stopped, and then for a whole year, guys, a whole year, I kid you not, 1 year, 12 months, 366 days. Is that right? Yes, I think it's right. 366 days. I did not get any period, but I also was not an injection. I started to get worried. I'm not on an injection. I'm not getting my periods. Clearly there's something wrong, you know. A whole year I didn't get anything. So I consulted. I was like, I'm at this point now, I'm panicking. Why am I not getting periods? What if there's something wrong with me? Crazy things just going through my mind. And then I went to see a gynecologist, and they said, no, there's nothing wrong with you. Actually, you are very fertile, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. Hey, but Sana, I was still worried. Why am I not getting my periods? Then eventually, I think after a year and some months, it was almost a year and a half, actually. And then after almost like a year and a half, I eventually got my periods. Ne? I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, yes, I can still have a baby. So I was so relieved. I was like, yeah. So then at that period again, it's when I was on that break, right, from the injection. And then I obviously did some adult things. And then that's where then the condom tore. Then I took the morning after pill, but none of that worked, as you guys know, or as if you are new to my channel. That's how I got pregnant with Undar. So now I was like, yesterday, why did I stop? Why? No. But hey, I wanted to see, can I still go on my periods and all of that. So that's how Ndalo came about. So and then after that, I was told myself, listen, no more girl, no more cloth without an injection. I do not care what happens, but that's it, because I am not having another Ndalo again. Like, case closed, like so yeah. And then what happened now, I started noticing that, hey man, besides gaining weight, I started noticing, good time, man, every year I'm starting to change deodorants. Haibo, no, okay, I will use this one, and after some time it doesn't work anymore, I use something else. I used the deodorants that you can think of, all of them, especially for women. Okay, it wasn't working. You find that I'm sweating, and my armpits don't get dry, and I'm sweating, but there was not any smell. Yeah, but there was no smell, but I would sweat, man. Like, even if I put it on in the morning, by lunchtime, I'm sweating. Yeah, but hey, up until and then what also happens is that I can't use someone else's deodorant. If now, let's say it happens that I'm at a friend's place or whatever, and then I forgot my deodorant, I can't use that another person's deodorant, because once I use the other person's deodorant, when I go back to my deodorant, it does not work. And also, I can't share my deodorant with someone else, because if someone else uses my deodorant, by the time I'm using it, it's no longer working on me. So I noticed, man, this has never happened before. Up until I think I went to a clinic, and then this nurse said to me, yeah, it's because of the injection, you know, it's messing up with your hormones and all of that. So ultimately I stopped using female deodorant, so now I'm only using like male deodorants. So even with male deodorants, every year, like literally every year, I have to change roll-ons. Yeah, but I have to change deodorants. And for me, I don't know up until that nurse, like, and then I started to, but yeah, you know, it makes sense. So come on, eh? So that was my experience, you know, with using those deodorant. And then also what I also noticed, if let's say I go to the clinic and then I find the 2-month injection is not there, they don't have it in stock, then I'll be like, okay, no, give me the 3-month injection, 3 months. And I'll be like, give me the 3 months injection, right? If guys, when I inject the 3 months injection, right, after a week, my deodorant also like does not work anymore. Last year I went to the clinic, and then there wasn't the 2 months injection, so I moved over. I injected the 3 months. In the period of the month after that injection, I changed my deodorants like 3 times in a period of 1 month. And I was like, you know what, like it's so upsetting because you try this for maybe like and then you tell yourself, okay, you're going to give it at least 3 days, or at least, you know, 3 days. Then you find what it's not working. Then you move over to another one, and then you give it another 3 days. Find out, okay, no. So I've used like your deodorant layer on. I've used spray, you know. I've used a mask, but guys, like that is the biggest challenge when it comes to what you call this family planning. And also then I don't go on my periods at all to date. I don't remember when last did I see my periods. It's only when I'm not in a relationship, then I'll be like, I don't need to be on any family planning. Then nalapo, it's gonna take a little time for me to actually get my periods. You know? I remember the last time that I was not on an injection, the last time I stopped, I think it took about 2 months for my periods to eventually come. So yeah, guys, I just thought, let me just share that with you. I remember just recently I went to a discount, and I was speaking to this lady, telling her just sharing with her, you know what, this injection, it does this and this to me. And she was so surprised because she was also experiencing the same thing. Yeah, but it was like, yeah, you know, I've been experiencing the same thing, and she was also on that injection. Now I'm not saying it happens to everyone, but now I've experienced it, and other people also have experienced. Maybe for other people it might be different, but for me it's what I have experienced. And yeah, basically I just thought, guys, let me just share with you that detail. Otherwise, yeah, guys, so hopefully maybe someone else out there is wondering why, if they are also experiencing the same thing, they find the deodorants are not working after some time, or after a year they keep changing deodorants. If they are an injection, it could be a possibility that it's due to the injection, because your hormones are not balanced. Okay? But yeah, you would need to consult and be sure indeed that is it. So guys, that is where I am gonna leave it for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of information that I brought to you today. And please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you have experienced a similar thing, And please do not forget to share with your friends, family, colleagues, and partners. And guys, please also do not forget to follow me on the socials, on Instagram and on TikTok at Babes Ngalwa. Thank you guys so much for watching. Up until next time, God bless.